YouTube. I'm Christine.
And I'm Alysha.
And we're the Fiber Alchemists. And we're here to talk about all things fiber.
All things fiber.
So this week was a long week. It was a terrible week. But we're only going to focus on the happy things.
Yes.
So last night we had a gingerbread making contest.
Oh, yes.
And the houses were like really small.
Tiny.
Tiny.
Normally, gingerbread, I don't know. They're normally about this big.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, I think they're cutting costs. And I got them on clearance last year, so.
Maybe they shrank.
They could.
They
sat in the box.
They were sad.
They were this big last year. Now they're this big. So we're going to show you a little festive cheer.
A little parade of homes.
This is Alysha's, actually. She made this one.
It smells good in here. Very gingerbready.
It does smell good.
Frosting.
And we actually busted out this year of just the stuff they give you, and we actually used glue gun and some non-candy.
Yeah, so these are not edible
We
at
cheated
all.
a little bit, but it was fun.
Yeah.
Do you want to show
sometimes
your sisters? This is her sisters, and her partner couldn't come. He was working, so they made a Moana-inspired
super cute
hut. This is supposed to be grass, but I'll tell you, I was making pizza and it was so hot in the kitchen
candy canes
that the royal icing was like runny.
It was giving up.
It gave up, yeah.
So then we tried to put it in the fridge while we ate dinner, and that helped a little bit. But as soon as you get your hands on it, it melts back up.
But
There's
the story, so show Jay's. So the story is that Justin did his like in about 2 minutes, her husband.
Oh, my husband, yeah,
and went out to watch football with Rick, her dad.
He gave up, I'm gonna say, a little bit.
This is it. But Marissa and I I want to say 30 minutes to do ours.
Sure.
And then we broke to eat because someone.
I'm never done. I
don't even think you had started decorating it.
Well, Huxley was here, and then anytime she's here, I have to stop.
That is not what happened at all.
See, why are there trees on the ground?
He didn't glue them in any way.
He told me he didn't put them on there.
Oh.
I don't know where they
There we go.
I don't know where they came from. I'm like, why? He goes, no, I put the tree on the top of the house. And I'm like, but...
Anyways.
Okay.
So we went back out after dinner so Alysha could finish hers. And because I was very bored.
This is what happens when you have too much time.
This is what mine looks like. Because I kept adding and adding.
And if you've ever watched the comedian Iliza Shlesinger, she talks about what happens when your date is late to pick you up and you pull out the glitter eyeshadow that you haven't used in 12 years, and then you try to do a winged liner and end up with a black eye. Like, this is what happens when you have too much time.
Yep, I just kept going. It's really heavy. It's like breaking the foam board wants to snap in half. And then so you can see here that I put some jewels in it. The frosting was so hot it just melted.
The jewels were a little bit too... I think they're glass jewels.
They are.
Real frosting.
They're crystals, but anyways.
They're way too heavy for frosting in case you would like to use them.
If you're going to use real crystals, the royal icing won't hold them. Even though it's royal and it should hold crystals.
You know what?
It does not.
I have a complaint about the name now. You can't call it royal frosting if it won't hold some jewels.
Subject frosting, not royal. That's what we're going to call it from now on.
Subject frosting.
Anyways, on to cross stitch. I pulled out an old one. I'm like kind of over winter already. You've not really asked it started. So I'm like looking at spring. Oops, I want to show the chart. So this is by Scattered Seed Samplers. Blah, blah, blah. I can't say that. What is it called? Spring Gathering. And I got like that much done before I quit.
Took a break.
Took a break, that's true.
I like that. I want to know if that's coffee tea dyed.
It is, I did it. I think I got a piece of linen from somewhere and I coffee tea dyed it.
I want to try that. I've done that with prints that I've made. I can write about that in the blog. Cyanotype prints that you do in the sun, and then you coffee tea dye them and it pulls the blue out and makes them this gorgeous like dark brown.
Oh, you should show one of those one time.
I'll have to bring those for next week.
And then this one I pulled out. I stopped this one because I was out of blue corn floss, and for a long time I couldn't get it. But the sweet lady at Cross Stitch Cupboard in Fort Lauderdale, because I'm going to be down there next weekend, has a skein for me under the counter. So I'll be able to.
I'm telling you, crafty people are the best people.
She's wonderful. I got to really. She's told me her name, but it's terrible. I don't remember it.
I'm bad with names.
But she'll let you come in, appointment only. You could shop privately, or you could pay and she'll leave it outside for you, or you can go in and pay. She's very accommodating.
That's nice.
And then I'm still working on this October Trucking Along by the Stitching with the Housewives.
I just watched them. They're super
It's cute, isn't it?
Yes. Super cute little YouTube channel.
So I got more, like the tree done and leaves and another pumpkin.
That's cute. I love the leaves on that. I would stay in a state
so
of permanent
cute.
fall.
I do love fall. That's
I would love that,
we are
but
fall people.
winter,
And then this is, what is the name of it?
with your sheep.
I have forgotten. Oh, Plum Street Sampler, the Wool and Flax Company. Yeah, with my sheep that was missing its head. And I started on her dress, and then I started on the barn, and I don't know if I'm loving that color. I didn't have it called for
For the barn?
sanguine.
Like a red?
I don't know. What does that say right there?
I looked it up, but
and
that's like, it's not
I looked it
blood
up.
red.
No.
Oh.
Well, not by weeks dye work. I looked it
Oh.
up, and it's like maybe a little bit browner, because this is kind of pink on here.
She can have a pink barn.
So that's what I had on hand. I may rip it out. I'm not in love with it, so I may
Switch it up.
tear it out. You just never know.
No, not with you.
No,
You
not
just
with me.
never know.
Look, I've moved this over here now.
I come over here, I can't find anything.
I can't find anything. I looked for my pattern box is a mess.
I went to grab batteries the first time we filmed, and Mom's like, you couldn't find them, they're in the drawer. They were not in the drawer. They weren't even in the house. Dad was reorganizing the battery drawer per OSHA standards. You know my dad. It makes sense. So they were in his barn. They weren't even in the house. So I was like, ha, I told you.
It's possible. I don't know why I'm showing this. I haven't got any progress on it. Never mind.
That's okay.
Okay. Oh my gosh. This one I'm so excited.
Okay.
Okay, so if you watch the video, I talk about this sweet little Love is in the Air. It is by Country Cottage Needleworks. And I finished it, and I didn't think the white popped enough. And then I had a piece of 28 count Picture This Plus Lugana that I was starting it on. And then somebody dyed me some fabulous fabric.
I love how bright that one turned out.
And I started on there, and I absolutely love it. And this fabric is available on Etsy.
It will be, yeah.
Will be.
Or
Yes.
it could already be up by the time I get the video up. Who knows?
That's true. And you can order it by the whole yard if you want a whole yard of it, or you can order any
Yeah, in
size.
smaller
We'll
cuts.
custom cut it to whatever size you want.
Yeah, it's whatever you want.
And then I was gonna let you show the fabric, but I had 2 starts today.
I
on it.
see that.
So you can show it later.
I'm pretty sure I gave you this fabric yesterday.
I know. I love this. It is.
That's my favorite one.
I know, and I had to do this on it. So it is. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas by Stitching with the Housewives, and they did it on a blue. Sorry, they did it on like a teal blue. But I thought those colors. Wait till you see them. Would look so good on here. And I have a few extra because I am changing up some of the colors and I haven't really decided.
Yeah, I love the modeling that came out of that one.
It's gorgeous. And then, I have a project, I'll let you show the last fabric.
Oh, may I?
I want to do a Christmas list on that. Oh, actually, some of those colors are for our Christmas list. Yeah. It is by, can't get it out. right now, but Silver Creek samplers. So I can't wait. So would you like to show your fabric?
Oh, may I? Okay, so I did make some progress on my little ornament. And I may or may not add some other greens in. And I thought I'll take a picture of it done, and then I'll take a picture if I add more colors and shading, because I thought even in the snow, if I added just a little bit of gray and then added some variegation with the greens, and then his little stump needs done. So I figured I'd take a picture of simple and then add more colors and more detail and a little bit like more depth to it with some shading. Then take a picture and say, like, you guys can make whatever you want. You can go simple, you know, just starting out, or you can add all these other colors in. So what my mom was showing in the bright green and the gray, I sampled a smaller piece of Ada. That was Ada, 14 count.
Yes.
And I wanted to see what it would be like to dye it. And it turned out really, really nice, and I loved it. So I did.
It's gorgeous.
This is Charles Craft.
Yes.
And so this is an antique white base, and I hope that the color shows up. It's a little bit lighter, so the next batch I'll probably do a darker version to match the Ada. But the Ada had a white base to it, so you definitely, let's see if we can zoom in a little bit and see some of the modeling.
Yeah. Will that help at all?
I'm not sure.
Oh, doesn't matter.
So it's hard to tell in the video, the modeling, which just means there's parts that are darker than the rest. So it's all this green, and then it's a little bit darker.
I cannot wait to do an something Easter on there.
Right? I can't wait till I have a couple of the colors in mind that I really want to do. And
this one's gorgeous too.
Is the blue that I did. Because it's definitely different when you dye bigger sections, I guess. So these are 1 full yard. And the modeling you can really see on this one. I love it.
It's pretty.
I love the bright color. See if you can, get it to focus. Maybe. There we go.
That's good.
Yeah, I love dyeing. I've talked about it before. And then it was like, oh, maybe we can just dye. You can have all the colors that you want now.
All of them.
All the colors. Because I typically just use regular fabric for mine. But now I'm like, I may want to try
And the stuff that I like about the gray is it's not chalkboard dark gray, it's a light gray. So you could use it for like patriotic or Halloween.
anything, really. Especially something that's super colorful. It's not going to be so dark that it's hard to stitch on.
Yeah, it wasn't hard to stitch on at all. Because sometimes I have trouble with the really dark, higher counts. I love them, but I can't see very well.
Well, and the other thing, so I can customize the colors in it, but there will be some shrinkage just because I have to use hot water. So it won't be exact, but it'll be as close as you can get because there just is some. Because what were those pieces? About 9 by 15, I think.
They were. It ended up being. I used a piece of paper to measure the one because the gray one, and it was exactly the size of the paper, so it was 8.5.
Okay.
So it looked shrunk like a 1/2 inch.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So there is some shrinkage, but it looks.
But when you order a cut, we'll give you the full. We get shrinkage on the full yardage.
When I'm dyeing
but
it.
you'll get the whole cut,
The full
whatever
yard.
size you want.
So, yeah, but I loved it. It was very fun. I like dyeing though. I do want to do some ice dyeing with these and see what the modeling looks like.
I think that black and that gray one the black one you did would be really cute.
It takes so much longer. So I wanted to test out a different method, a method I've never done before, which is one that YouTubers do a lot of. So I ended up really, really liking that. And so I'll add in some ice dye and stuff like that. I'll probably do smaller cuts for ice dye. So yeah, we had some white. So I'll have some more white, and then I have more yards of the antique. So yeah, if you, again.
I was going to take a piece of this today, but when she opened it up to show it, she would have noticed. So
I was like, well, that would have been funny, my reaction.
I didn't.
Just told you not to cut any off of it until after the video. Because I gave all the cuts to you yesterday when we were doing our decorations, and then You already started stitching on the other two.
Busy today.
You did tell me I could have them.
Yeah, you did.
So, I think that's it for
Okay.
needle work for me.
So quilting, this is a previous finish. And this, I can't believe I didn't get the pattern out. This is strong. I think it's shabby. Oh my gosh, I'll get it to you and you can put it in the link.
Put it down below.
And when you buy the pattern, money goes to military fundraiser. I think I don't know which one. Again, I'll get her the information. But I think it's, no, I'm gonna get it. This is terrible, but I'm gonna get it.
Go find it.
I'll tell you what the fabric is. Well, I'll at least tell you. So the fabric I used was a jelly roll, but it's this Moda Star and Stripe gatherings.
Oh, I love it.
And I was just short some red and some white, so I pulled some out of my stash I had. So I almost made the whole quilt. So, I mean, it's really up to you if you want to add in different fabric or you want to buy just the yardage that is said, but I just used the jelly roll. And then you can see it really good right here. She did Stars and Stripes.
Yeah, Carrie.
And on the back, you can see it really good.
Isn't that cute?
So
Just that
cute.
extra little detail.
And I leave these out. I mean, some people only get these out at certain times, but I leave mine out all the time. Like, this is the one your dad's using currently to keep warm every night on the couch.
For blanket people, that's for sure.
But I will link the information about the pattern. And then a new one I'm working on, I'm using these fabrics.
Those are cute.
Maybe get closer here. And this was a gift from my daughter.
Yes.
And this,
Oh, I was wrong. It's Bari J. That's the designer.
oh, okay. So it was 10 fat quarters, and I needed just a smidge more, so I added just these two, like solids.
And these are all art gallery. The one is the 10 fat quarter collection from the designer Bari J. And then the other two are art gallery solids.
And that's it.
That's it? So I made
quilting.
that.
Oh.
Quilting. Yeah, I should probably go with this one. So I am still working on. It's not
so
Christmas
cute.
yet, so it's not late.
It's really cute.
I love it. So this is the tree skirt. It's by Carolyn Fairbanks Critchfield. So I have all my strips cut, and so she gives you the little pattern. You cut it out, and then you cut out all your strips. So these are the red strips. Oh, there we go. And then I love that there's a little bit of glitter in there.
I love glitter, especially at Christmas time.
Like, this glitter fabric.
I don't
And
like it
then-
when you open something and there's glitter in it, like
When it's glitter
like
you're not
a card or
expecting.
something, and then you're covered in it.
So I should
but-
dump a pound of glitter in your Christmas card? This is like a $12 envelope. So yeah, I think it's gonna look so cute when you get them together.
Yeah, that's adorable. I think I need one of those. You should make an extra.
I should, yeah, I'll just make more. Or do you want it for Christmas?
Sure.
You guys are always hard to buy, like, to come up with ideas for. Would you like a
Need that
tree
big
skirt
cutter
for Christmas?
that you.
Oh yeah, the 24-inch. Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to have a clear ruler in the smaller sizes just because it's easier to cut things, but sometimes you really do need a big guy. I don't even know where I put him.
Who knows?
So yeah, I think that's it for me.
Oh, and then stitching sorry.
Which one?
What is
Yarn?
this called?
Fiber?
Yarn.
Fiber, more fiber.
More fibers. I'm not working on anything right now.
Well, when it comes down to the end of the year, you kind of just
Yeah. So these
Switch
are
to
just
gifts.
some old Paw Patrols. Again, these are stuff I've just made, not for any particular reason, but because I had time on an airplane.
There's only so many airplane movies you can watch.
And it's I Love This Yarn, right?
Yes.
From Hobby Lobby. It's so soft.
I have to
It's
take
great
a
for
picture.
kids.
I have organizers in my studio, and I've organized the I Love This Yarn by color. And so it's just cubbies full of... Because they have the best color range.
I don't have any idea what these characters are called either.
And
So
it's not...
I couldn't tell you.
That's Paw Patrol Orange.
His name's Orange?
No, I'm just saying because it's
Oh.
orange.
Who would name a character orange?
I
Is
don't
this red?
know. Yes, that's
Just
Paw
red.
Patrol Fireman Red.
And I just got these patches. Actually, these were iron-ons that I put on felt and made a patch, but some of these
Into a little badge.
was the whole patch. Like this came as a patch, I think. Maybe I ironed that on too. I don't really know.
The first one is a full
Yeah, that's
patch.
before I got the idea of, that was really difficult to make. And then I thought, I'll just look online for some like iron-on patches.
And sometimes you can just find straight up patches. I have a couple from London from our honeymoon that are Hogwarts house crest, because in the train station they have a Harry Potter shop, and it's less expensive than what is that place down in Florida, Universal Studios. So I was like, geez, the prices are way better here.
It's crazy.
You just have to fly to London. No biggie, right?
Oh, and one other thing I was gonna show. This is how I store my floss. Because if it were just up to me, I would have this hanging, all my floss hanging, because it's so beautiful.
So it's this drawer thing.
It's got how many drawers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drawers. So in this drawer is like the 2 and 300s. And so I have the 200s here, the 300s here. I would have these on a wall in here, but because this shares HVAC with heating and air conditioning with the wood shop part, even though I have a filter on the, what's that intake thing?
The intake thing.
The air intake thing.
The intake thing. That's what I
I
call it.
have a filter on it, but there still gets a lot of dust in here. And
Oh.
so I don't want it, but I would like have a whole wall of this stuff hanging. Because
Well,
it's so, I mean,
Do you have
it's
to worry
beautiful.
about the sun at
Oh,
all?
I don't know.
Because that's another reason to keep them stored.
Here, I thought about
I don't know if
the
they
sun.
can. I don't know if they can see this. Is it gonna fall apart if I take
It
it
might.
out? So yeah, just a little drawer.
2, 3,
organizer.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then the 3.
And it's labeled. And glitter up at the top. What's
Yes.
most important?
My glitter collection. Well, I have an extra drawer. Not really. I need like.
More organization.
And I saw on, I watch Brenda and the Serial Starter. Love them. And she did a tour of her happy place, she calls it. It's the cutest stitching room. She has got the most beautiful little treasures everywhere in that room. It's gorgeous. But she's got a 7-drawer IKEA.
Oh.
It's like black. It's probably like that tall. It's black, but it's wider. And the drawers just don't have handles on them. They just have it. Yes.
The Alec, I'm pretty sure.
And I was just at IKEA, and now I'm like, thank you, Brenda. I have to go back to IKEA.
I've done the click and collect from IKEA. I literally pulled up, I folded down all my seats before I backed into the spot. So I back in, I text the number, and they brought it right out.
They do that at IKEA?
Yeah, I had my doors open and everything. She even asked if I
I
wanted
did not
help.
need to know that.
I was like, no, it's okay. So I already had exactly what I wanted to buy. I bought it. Then you aren't tempted to buy other crap. That's the other thing. So
Plus you
loaded
just
it
get
straight in my car.
tired by the end of walking around in that place. You're like, because you can't. There are shortcuts, but you can't just go in and get something and leave.
Well,
It's like
and the smaller items aren't in. It's not. What is the word? Intuitive in that way. I was looking for a shoehorn for Grandma because she had her knee done, and it took me forever. I actually did have to walk through the whole store again to find it because it was in a bin.
that's torture.
In another thing, but it was a great price for a shoehorn. And how often do you find those at a regular store? You don't.
It's not a common item.
Right. And some people may not even know what a shoehorn is.
And probably lots of people.
Yeah, lots. Because you don't know. But yeah, so
Your dad has one.
I think one of those was supposed to go to Grandma and you really wanted to keep it. So you had to buy another one.
Probably.
He's
Anyways,
a character.
he's
That's
extra.
for sure. Yeah, aren't we all?
Yes, that is the truth. Okay, let's see all your fabulousness.
So many things. So I made that bread bag and I had, because it's made from 2 tea towels, so I had some extra.
In the previous video.
Yes,
if you wanna
in the
see it.
last video. It's the bread bag that I made. It's off somebody else's blog. And I just tweaked it and I wrote down some details. So I may write a blog post on that one so that you can kind of see like exactly what to cut when you cut the base so that it makes that square. Because you can customize it if you have a taller loaf or whatever. And I'll probably make some bread so I can have some pictures with the actual bread in it. But I just had this and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, what do you do? Like, that's a lot of fabric to throw away. The hoarding crafter. Don't throw it away.
Listen, just to tell you something, I saw a lady make I think she was making a placemat out of, I am gonna say, like, you know when you cut something just to straighten it and you're just taking off the tiniest sliver?
Yes.
She keeps all of those.
Oh no. Oh.
I don't know. You'll have to YouTube it. And you put them, like, I don't know, on batting. I can't even remember. Anyway, she zigzagged like over them so that they would stick. And it was all this, you know, she would take them randomly in different angles.
Oh.
They were actually beautiful.
What would
But
you
who
think?
saves those?
The teeny scrap. Okay,
I mean, that's a saver. This is reasonable. Hey, you could do what you want to do.
I have seen people, they will make little stuffed animals and they'll use the scraps or ends of yarns or whatever to stuff them.
No, that's a really cute idea.
Yeah, eco-friendly.
Listen,
they're not
whatever makes you happy.
Yes, do your hoarding. That's fine. You go.
I don't need any more hoarding things.
You hoard what you want to hoard.
Okay. So anyways, what are we doing with this?
So I thought about cutting it in half and then just sewing 2 pouches because my husband, he'll take a toasted bagel, plain, nothing on it, bagel, and he'll eat it in the car or eat it at work. And I just thought that's nice because I won't get my fabric napkins back. Right, it won't get as moist. And
I mean, you know, gummy, like it'll stay.
Because normally I just fold up. I hate paper towels. If you know me, you know I hate paper towels, and I will tell you that there are none in my house if you ask. Because I don't want to get them out. I don't want to buy them. So I don't want to tear off a paper towel for him. And if I give him a cloth napkin, which I just buy them from Ikea, the cheapies, 80 something cents, and then I won't get it back for like a week. Yes.
Forever.
He came home with 13 dirty Tupperware ones.
Gross.
I looked at 4 of them. I was like, forget it. They're being sacrificed. Throw them away. I'm not
So that's a really cute idea.
But I just thought, we'll see.
Cute.
Quick, he can take his breakfast. He could put a couple slices of dry toast in here. And less crummies in the car.
That's cute.
So I just thought, that'll be cute. And you can make them out of any kind of scraps. Any tea towels, regular cotton fabric, something, anything like that. I just thought that was kind of a nice little craft to use that up. Something I do want to make before I get to the yarn is this project bag. They're cute. Reversible. Really, really cute, reversible. So I have this project bag, and it's the colors in the print in the thing. It's really, really light. So it's a reversible project bag with pockets, and you can kind of see better on this one. So I'm thinking that'll be a fun little thing. Cute. That'll be the first thing I make for myself when all the Christmas stuff is done. So, are we moving to yarn?
Yeah.
I have previous finishes.
Yeah, do it. I already did yarn. I did the hats.
Yes, the hats. Okay, so I make these blankets a lot. This ends up being a baby gift that I make for people a lot of the time. It's done with Bernard baby blanket yarn. Just really, really, really soft, and it's washable. Again, anything with babies.
A must.
Try to do washable yarn because, I mean, babies puke on everything.
And
pretty much everything. Yes. So this is knit. It's a twisted knit stitch. I didn't know that I was knitting backwards.
Oh, that's really cute.
So it ends up being, the way I do it, it ends up being kind of loose. It gets mistaken for crochet a lot. And actually,
that's what I would have guessed.
The ladies from, Natalie from Knitting Off Broadway, she sent me a message when I made my first autumn hat, which that's in video 1 or 2, I believe. The hats I made for you for Christmas.
Love it.
I posted a picture of the finished product on the Facebook, and she said, you're actually doing your knit stitch backwards, just to let you know. And I was like, she could tell that from the photo.
That's crazy.
It was awesome. So the rest of them, one of them is super special and has the twisted knit stitch, and the rest of them I did it the correct way. So I do have to pull up a YouTube video just to make sure I'm doing it right. So again, that's one of the reasons
But
why
it's
I
cute.
love. And it's just,
It's really cute.
it's really soft.
So you've
It's
got
a really
just a
nice,
different color?
yeah, this is actually
striped.
crochet.
Oh,
And this is a striped ball.
it's heavier.
It is
Like
heavier.
a thicker-
And if you didn't know, you use more yarn when you crochet.
Really?
Yes, because of the extra like
know
twisted
that.
stitches. So
Are they single?
probably half double crochet tends to be my favorite. And so then no ends to weave in. So if you're new to knitting or fiber arts or anything like that, not having ends to weave in is my favorite.
Magical.
Yes. So I do believe
It's like when something's free.
yes.
That's the same warm feeling.
No, because I did a plaid blanket. It ended up being so beautiful, and you carried the stitches underneath your working yarn. But my goodness, when you have that many to weave in, it's kind of insane.
So you got some stash.
I have a haul.
Oh, haul, that's right. I got
yes.
a little bit, but. No, you do yours because
Okay.
it's yarn related.
So I had to order this online. Actually, I couldn't find it in store anywhere, and it's variegated. It's called
Oh,
Roll
that's
With It
beautiful.
by Red Heart, and let's see. It's called Autograph. So there's this hat I want to make.
It's really pretty.
It is really pretty. Duh, I definitely should flip it over so you can see all the colors.
It's gorgeous.
I have this beanie that I want to make with it. It's the Macy beanie, and I really just don't want to leave my house to go buy anything. So I'm gonna try to use this Go for Faux. It's a faux fur yarn. So it's really cute.
That is cute.
Super fluffy, and I want to use my palm maker. This is from Clover, and I want to see if I can make my own palm.
That
a little
would
pom
be so
pom.
cute.
So
Mhm.
I had to watch a YouTube video to figure
Totally.
out. Yeah, I was like,
It's like Edward Scissorhands.
and then it comes apart too.
Oh.
So I was like, there's too many moving parts. So I watched a quick little video, and I was like, oh. Thank goodness you showed me how to do that, because otherwise I was not going to be able to figure it out. But that, and then I have this gorgeous, what is this one? Chinchilla.
That's cute.
And it's got a darker color in it. So it has that kind of like halo of a darker color. And I really, really like it. And the first one is Baked Alaska. Because I have another hat I'm working on as a quick, because my husband and I, we aren't going to do Christmas presents this year, but I want to make him something small. So I have some Purdue flannel. No, fleece. I have Purdue fleece that I'm going to sew into a hat, and then I want to be able to make a palm for mine.
So cute.
So I just thought that'd be cute if it works out.
Super cute.
So
I think
hopefully,
you should put a pom-pom on his.
yeah, I'm sure he would love that. And then I have this velvet yarn. This is the one I use for scrunchies all
That's
the
beautiful.
time. And I kind of want to do a head warmer, like a little ear warmer, and then just put a little bit of
That?
the faux on the end. Because Daisy Craft Farms, I'll tag her down below, love them. I bought their book with blanket patterns in it. But she does tons of patterns, and there's an ear warmer, and someone showed where they put the faux fur on
so
it.
cute.
And it just looks luxurious. Because sometimes you can tell something's handmade. But it's always kind of nice when someone can't tell it's handmade. Like, oh, my shirt, I made it myself. Like, I always get that sense of pride when they're like, where did you get that? I made it. So, yeah, that's about it for me.
I don't have much. I just got this little, I don't really have any of these. It's a needle book, right? Needle case. I thought it was so sweet and cute. And it came in a package with the felted wool. That's where you put your needles.
Oh,
and then
nice.
the backing fabric and the little buttons and a ribbon.
Oh, that'll be so nice.
And then the chenille. So, that's where you put your needles in that
And you
little
can put it in
felt.
your project bag and not have to worry about getting stabbed in the finger.
I'm telling you, that is the worst thing about, I love sewing, I love quilting, and I use clips anytime I can.
Oh, I love the clip.
But sometimes you have to use needles and, I get stuck all the time.
We should talk about our fabric notions at some point. Like our favorite
Yes.
things to use. Because pins, I'm a walking disaster, and I have stabbed myself in the hands with pins so many times. So when I made the switch to clips, night and day difference.
I had to use them for those half square triangle papers because Justin's quilt, I showed it last week, is a lot of half square triangles. And I have trouble, if I just cut them and sew them, they're not exactly square. But for me, the easiest way to do it is use those papers. When you sew them and then you cut them, they're perfect squares.
Crispy, nice crispy
But you have to
edges.
pin the paper. And then you're sewing long strips of them and you're moving it around and just get stabbed. It's just, if someone has a better idea, please let me know because I was cursing a lot.
And bleeding. It's never good
Bleeding and cursing
to bleed
and
into
bleeding
your
and
projects.
Anyways.
But yeah.
So I'm going to start, I don't know, maybe a spring project. I know I got that one spring, but maybe another spring one just to get me out of the funk because we've got a long winter yet.
That's true. Winter kind of just started.
Like it's when you take down the tree, then you know it's just, when you live in Indiana, it's just going to be 4
Cold,
months of cold.
Soggy.
Like 2 months of really cold and like freezing and snow, and then 2 months of like muddy cold.
Muddy, soggy, slushy. Ugh.
And then the rest of the seasons are fabulous.
I like the rest, but the mushy, slushy, yuck.
We've digressed.
A little bit. Tiny bit.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
And we hope you enjoyed it. And please subscribe and like and share if you feel like it. Or if
Yeah,
not.
comment down below. Do you want to see something? Do you want me to dye something
Are we
in another
sniffing
color?
too much? It's cold out here, so we're.
I'm trying not to use my stranger voice.
Hi, everybody.
Hello!
So, leave feedback. It's wonderful. We love it. And we're just pleased to be able to do this and share the things that we love. And we get inspiration. And also, we get enabled to buy more stuff from other people on YouTube. So maybe
yeah.
we're enabling someone somewhere to buy something.
And
But,
learning a new
yes.
craft, trying something
Learning from
new.
other people and
That's what
just
I
having
love.
fun.
Yeah, I love that about YouTube.
And I'm hoping that next week, maybe I'll have my snowflake quilt back from Carrie.
Oh, yes.
And I'll get the binding on it.
Yes, that one is cute.
I'll have to pick a binding. I haven't decided on it yet.
That's going to be
I have the binding done for Justin's quilt. I'm hoping I get that back this week.
I think he's going to love it. I think he's going to love the geometry. You like you were talking about, you thought it was plain. He will love that. He is very
he's not a frou-frou-y kind
geometric,
of person, so
very...
that's the engineering person.
Oh, yeah. But he does love a really good pun. No, like, just a really good pun he loves. But yeah,
That's
he's
funny.
pretty easy to please. Plain bagel, plain toast.
That's right. Plain.
Yep. So comment down below. Do you want to
Yes.
see something? Do you want me to dye? Do you want orange? Do you want something? Do you want something else dyed? Do you want regular fabric that dyed? Do you cross stitch on? Well, I guess it wouldn't be. Do you embroider on something and would like something custom dyed or dyed in a certain color? Let me know.
And we hope you have a fantastic week.
Yes.
And we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.